Hey, what up? This is Elyzr, and you're tapped in with passtheaux. Give me more. I want more. Is that good?
Let me mute that.
Dude, honestly, bro, if we're gonna conduct this interview, that phone cannot go off, dude. This is bullshit, dude.
I'm so unprofessional. I'm ruining it. Else.
So unprofessional.
Hey, this is. Turn that shit. Go ahead. You can get it.
Oh, it's my girlfriend. Hey, babe. Hey, I'm in an interview. You want to say what's up?
If you're not listening to Elyzr's music, you're definitely sleeping.
What else?
New music dropping in 2026, including me.
Oh!
Plug! Hey, I respect the plug. That's right.
I love you, man.
We're
Here
in.
we go.
Yeah, we're in.
That's me getting fucked by the good vibes.
Oh yeah,
I'm here with Puerto Rico, baby.
bro. It's finally here, bro. You were supposed to be the first one. You were supposed to be the first, man.
Hey, but
I was trying to give it to you, but
appreciate
no,
you.
but Choppy's was amazing.
well deserving.
That was a great first time. You know, that was really.
I wanted you when you were a little bit more
Yeah, ready.
used up.
That's hey, I can't knock what people like. You know, like that's just how it goes. Welcome to Pass the Ox. My name's Puerto Rico. Who are you?
What's up? My name is Elyzr, also known as Eleazar, also known as Christian Eleazar Meraz.
Christian Meraz, the greatest. What's that? The greatest accordion player of all time. Sitting before.
No,
Sitting before.
I'm gonna get blasted. That's a lie. This is my dog. It's really my boy right here.
This is we got.
I'm proud of you, man.
Stories.
I feel like you've been putting in the work and holding down the podcast. And shout out Adrian. Have you been with him since the start too?
I just love that I can just speak to you. This is what happened in the MASH interview. This is what happened in the Marcus interview and the J Dig interview and the Real West Side interview. You guys are just so cool.
Okay, but how long have I known you though? That's why.
I know. This is why I don't even need this. This can. I don't need it.
No,
but these are important.
You gotta hit me. You gotta hit me with them.
These are important. Elyzr, we have a few questions for you here today. First question we have for you: what did you say to Spencer that made him sock you in the Hold This One music video?
Where did I say this?
If you're watching the Hold This One music video, you see Spence come out of nowhere and just check you. What happened that made Spence? Because Spence is not a violent guy, but what made Spence want to assault you on camera?
I think at the time I was saying, you know, the real BP is Baldwin Park, and he was like, no, it's Buena Park. And I was like, fuck Buena Park, neta.
We love Buena Park though. No, that was a very interesting. Hold This One has a lot of fire on it as far as like real conflict. What were you saying to Angel at the end of it that had you guys arguing?
Damn, you know, I remember we were in like his car probably, and Blue was in the back. I think this was like years and years ago. I think he said something to me, and then I snapped back and said some crazy shit, and he got all butthurt. And then I was like, oh, see, but I can't say it. He's like, no, because when you say it, you actually fucking go hard. And when I do this. So then I was like, oh, all I said was shut the fuck up so you can have a good day.
And that's a great wrap up to Hold This One.
Yeah.
Go check out Hold This One. Or interviews you caught. Yeah, hold This One. How did you guys even come up with the concept to take a sofa and travel around just shooting the sofa?
Blue has a van because of some work stuff that he does with other, you know, he has his own little thing going too, you know, with his family, and he has a big van, you know. So we used that van to move the sofa around, and we had already kind of had an idea of like referencing shots. It was more photos, you know, more photo ideas of referencing shots where a couch would be in the middle of somewhere random, like a beach or something like that, you know. and then we just ended up making it more of a video concept, you know.
That scene in the field was beautiful. It was that was a great shot. The one of all you guys laying down.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah,
one with
yeah.
your stomach poking out at the bottom.
Oh yeah.
And then Kennedy's leg can't get straight for some reason. Why is Kenny's leg unable to get straight on that?
Because he does mostly upper body, so then he has chicken legs, and then so like it's kind of hard. Like they just kind of flop around, you know.
I feel like Brother Smack should drop every summer, just even an EP, just because when you guys drop No Ties in 2024, win up for ultra platinum in my household, and then winning season even more. That's still like I'm hearing like the Baby Keem album doesn't top it. I'm hearing the Fall Off by J. Cole doesn't top it. You feel me? Like the only thing that beat you guys was the clips. Like Pusha T washed you fools, but it's not your fault. It's because Pusha T decided to do an album 20 years later. That's the only reason you guys didn't get number one, because clips. Hey, man, I love you.
I respect you.
Next question, Els. How do you keep music so fun? Because I've known you for a minute, whether it was at the Mount Sac practice room, whether it was at your mom's house on the little MIDI keyboard you had, you've always made the experience fun. How do you keep making music fun right now at your mature age?
Yeah, my super young, mature age, I guess. I keep
this
it.
who's old.
I keep it. Yeah, I do think that when you walk in your passion, and when you walk in your light, whatever that is, and you're like honestly walking in your passion, it's kind of like the fountain of youth, dude. You know, I don't think that it's like gonna make you more youthful. I think that you're weird if you're like not trying to grow up. You know what I mean? Like, and you're like still like, hey, what's up, bro? It's just like with the little homies that like, I mean, there's a way. You get what I'm saying? There's just
it happens in the hood. So
yeah,
we're both residents of Baldwin Park, California. So there's a lot of people who get arrested development from where we're from, who end up they're drinking 40s on the corner until they're like 40.
Is that what that means?
Arrested development? Yeah.
Dude, I just love this shit, bro. Yeah, like I really just love this shit. Some homie of mine recently was telling me about, you know, how he's like, man, you know, and I'm starting to have fun again in the studio, and I'm starting to feel like I did when I got my first PlayStation, and this, and this is the musician that I really respect and look up to. Like I got a lot of love for this fool, and he's great at what he does. But then I was also like, you know, some other homies were like, yeah, no, I feel that, man, just getting that writer's block or that producer's block or whatever. And I was like, dude, honestly, I'm not even just saying this to try to sound cool or sound whatever. I promise, I'm just coming from a so honest place. I've never had that. I
believe you 100%.
Yeah, like I've never had that, bro. I've never had that moment of like not feeling stoked up in this shit, like, you know, or like
Beautiful.
I you know, sometimes situations that we're in or we get in are annoying and I hate them. Certain situations, right? Like that's what happens in this music stuff. You just end up in rooms with people that you don't really agree with or align with, but you still got to work with them. Like it is what it is, you know, like, luckily I think that because we have good energy and good hearts and good intentions, like we usually end up only working with people that we align with, right? But it happens like every now and again, you know what I mean? You're on a whatever. But for the most part, like it's great. I enjoy myself, you know.
You mentioned earlier you were on NPR Tiny Desk for Black History Month, backing up Ray Khalil when they were doing the at-home Tiny Desk. How was that experience?
It was great. I think she just posted it like yesterday or 2 days ago.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, like the 5-year anniversary. It was really cool. And I had a really cool shirt on. I don't know if you guys saw, but it's like well, if you guys look at the video, it's like a black shirt, and then I have like these trippy rainbow sleeves, and it was from this like artist that all the people were wearing. We were wearing something from the artist, a designer. Can't remember their name, shame on me, but super cool stuff. That shirt was so tight on me, but you can't tell in the video, but that shit was tight. Like, dude, that shit hurt.
Hey, you got down still. You were floating on that.
Yeah.
That was
I just
beautiful.
remember being like
I remember, so that was in 2020 or 2021? I
You
believe it's
yelling?
2020.
Huh?
I believe it was 2020.
Wow, were you yelling at me?
He's a sensitive guy. You know, you can't yell. You got to be very.
No, actually, what was that?
Was it 2020 or 20? I know about. I want to ask you a story about what you gave the gunshot. You know, if your ears recovered from that, getting the. I want to ask if your ears recovered, but we can say.
Shit. No, I think it is. I can't remember, to be honest, bro. Yeah. On my left side. Yeah. I want to say it's 2021. Shame on me. My bad, Ray, if I forgot. But it's 2026, and we just hit the 5-year anniversary.
Yes.
So that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just remember during the pandemic, you know, there's watching the news to see like the COVID stuff and the hysteria that was around it. To see you come out on NPR, man, like that was like wild, dude. I started tearing up. I sent that to my whole family. I was like, dude, look, you know, because that was like, it's an incredible moment. NPR is big, you know. Tiny Desk is bring Tiny Desk back for Brother Smack, just for Brother Smack, you know, for Elyzr.
Is it over?
I feel like they're not doing new ones anymore.
Oh wow, I know that.
Yeah, they've been having issues. I could be wrong, but they've been having issues with funding and stuff and keeping it going. But it better not be over because we need Brother Smack and then Blue and then Elyzr and then Kenny Gang. All you guys need, they have a whole list. Tiny Desk they need to get to.
We can do Jamungo Desk, like Jamungous Desk, the most biggest desk. We literally stand on the desk. The whole band is on the desk, even the drum set. It's such a big desk.
That's a good concept. You need to run that. But that was a very proud moment for.
Hello, everybody. I want to welcome you to a Humongo Desk. And today on Humongo Desk, we're gonna have Elyzr. We're gonna play Ago music with the guys.
Is Sandro doing it?
No, shut up! I said that. That's not Sandro. You fucking bitch.
Sounds like Sandro.
That's like if anything.
It's a cross between Chichi Lobo
That was
and
the host. Yeah, like.
Oh,
hello, Antoine. We're gonna.
You're waiting to come, y'all you bastard. Welcome Home by Choppies. Ride or Die by Choppies. So many things with Choppies. What can you say about Theo Fuemo? Theo Fuemo. I forgot how to say. No, not Theo Fuemo Lopez. I'm tripping. How do you say his whole name?
Theo Fuemo Lopez.
Yeah, I was thinking Theo Fuemo Lopez. Demo.
Yeah,
I know it's a long Mexican name.
Yeah. I love that guy, bro. That's my fucking brother right there. I love that dude. And I have him on It Only Hurts a Lot. It's chill. We're making a song together that sounds fucking dope. It's like, where did you go? It's pretty vibe. Yeah, I've been to Mexico City with that fool. We've had writing camps. We've gotten super fucked up together. Like, it's my boy right there, man. I love this fool, and he's such a great creative mind, and he's so humble. And you know, I love when he just kind of like, especially recently, I feel like he just kind of letting go more creatively in the best way, and like just trying new shit, and that's fire because he's making a bunch of dope, you know, ideas. And I feel like I've always been so envious of his drum tones. I feel like he has such good drum tones when he records his drum set and stuff. He makes that shit sound so fucking nice, you know, like it's got that nice snare tone and everything all the time, and he has a really dope way about doing things and just achieving a sound that's so sick, you know. Yeah, obviously his voice is fire too. He's got a trippy, unique voice, you know. And big ol' Pitote.
You gotta go check out Welcome Home by Choppies. That's his latest album that he dropped in 2025 and one of our favorites on Past Talks. Right now, we're gonna take some time to listen to some music from Elyzr. That was some music by Elyzr. I know you guys liked it.
But you like that? Mommy, te quiero mucho. If you're watching this, love you.
I was gonna use Problem because Problem is probably my favorite song from you.
Really?
Next question, my boy. When did Redeem become Elyzr?
When did Redeen become Elyzr?
Y'all don't know about Redeem. So for all of you who've known Elyzr as Els, there was a whole time before that when he had the name Redeem. And even before that, he had the name Elmo, but that's for family, so shut up with that. But when did Redeem become Elyzr?
I think like I just stopped doing music for a while. I was like Redeem and I was making hip hop stuff and rapping, and you know, I started rapping like, you know, this fool knows since ever since, you know, like fucking junior high or whatever.
This is a rapper first, guys. I know you guys call him a piano player, whatever, a drummer. He's a rapper.
Yeah, no, straight up. You know, yeah. And I only rapped really. I could play piano a little bit, like just on some freestyling, whatever I thought sounded good, and then trying to make songs out of it. I think I always had like that like songwriter producer mindset, but I never knew what I was doing. Or I would like play progressions, but I didn't know what I was doing with it or whatever, you know?
I remember when you'd always play Roses by Outkast. That was like the number one thing you'd be playing in the practice room, in the band room, in junior high and in high school.
Yeah.
I knew you were there when I'd hear Roses playing, the progression to Roses by Outkast.
Yo, you know what's funny? I actually learned that like my junior year, because I remember it was right before, you know, we got like a new teacher senior year.
Yeah, I forget her name.
Nah, shout out Ms. Gomez, you know.
Oh, you remember? I really
and
did
Mr. Garcia before that, you know. But yeah, I remember I learned Roses like in junior high. I'm sorry, in junior year, and then that's kind of how I started playing piano a little bit more in my life randomly through that song. I think I just tripped out when I played Roses. I was like, oh shit, I could like fucking.
It sounds so crispy. It sounds beautiful. It's such a beautiful lick.
Like I was still rapping and stuff, and I was using the name Redeem and going to college after high school, like trying to find my way in college, learning music and stuff, and still at the same time like balancing being a rapper and trying to do this. And I was starting to get some random opportunities, bro, out of nowhere. Someone that I went to Fullerton College with named Zach, a random homie of mine, he was a graphic designer and he was really dope. He was doing almost like Obey looking type shit, but a little different. Like he just had his own skills with it. And this fool got hired by this random weed company that started throwing events, you know. And that weed company, they had like some type of a office in this building called PwC in LA. We would meet on like the 16th floor or whatever. It was trippy, bro. And the first time I met these fools, I was probably like 20 or something like that. Or yeah, I must have been like 19 or 20. And I remember going into that building, the PwC building, because I went there a couple of times. The first time I went in there, I think I even took a bus or something. And then I just felt so out of place. Like, you know, I walked in and it was like a super nice ass building, and I had my beanie on and all this stuff. And this fool, when I went up there, I went into the office and they were like, hey, Redeem, so my buddy Zach tells me that you're a pretty good rapper. Can you rap some stuff for us? And so I rap, you know, a couple bars for this fool and all the homies, and they're like, wow, very, very good. This guy's crazy, actually. So I'll tell you what, man, we're gonna like, you know, we need a couple artists that we want to like help like build this and this, and it wasn't no label shit or nothing. It was really just like he's putting on shows and he's dope. He wants artists that he thinks are actually dope to fill the bill and have them consistently be on his bills, you know? So I would always be like one of his openers type shit, you know what I mean? And so I was doing random shows, like opening up for like Freddie Gibbs and for Dizzy Wright. And like, I remember meeting this one fool back in the day a bunch, Ash Riser. He's like R.I.P. I think he passed away, you know? But he was really nice. I remember him, you know, he was super cool. And randomly, that's where I got Mush from too. Him and there was these two twin fools, these two tall, skinny black twin fools with dreads. and they knew this fool Ash Riser too. They were kicking it with him, and there was this like one hot chick over there, and they were like, "Yo, I'm trying to mush that girl. I'm trying to mush that." I'm like, "Mush? I ain't never heard that before. That's crazy." You know?
Mush.
Yeah.
Mush mashing.
Yeah, exactly. You know. Anyways, that was my rapping days. Redeem, and then
Do you still remember the verse off of I think it's Mindset over the MF Doom beat? Arrow, I believe it was Arrow. Monsters killing monsters and stopping, chopping, and bombing.
hopping up in the paper plane, locking up in the bombing and diving as one by one they fall, but running on falling tired of rest in peace. I never will. It was skill while I'm haunting them. I'm a beast on it, and that shit bothers you. I hope you agree that every fucking swallows you. Yeah.
This man has had bars since he was a child.
At Mount Sac, when I was going there and I had been learning piano a little bit and stuff, I had this ultimatum one day where I was like, I was either gonna do a show with these people that I had met, and it was this Freddie Gibbs one with that fool Ash Riser, I remember that, at the Nas Event Center, or I was gonna go to the rehearsal for like the end of the year concert, like the fall concert. It wasn't the day of the concert, it was the day of the rehearsal for it, but it's still a big deal though, you know?
Yeah, you don't miss rehearsal.
Yeah, the dress rehearsal, whatever it is, you know? So I guess somehow the professor at my school got like wind of it. Yeah, no, this was like, yeah, I got wind of you doing a show. You know, you better not miss tomorrow for the dress rehearsal, or I'm gonna be on your ass or whatever. So I was at home and I was like, well, I don't want to miss this show. You know, it's gonna be dope, and it's gonna be like a 7-10 fest type thing. In my young stoner days, I'm just like, hell yeah, I can't miss this, you know. So I ended up going to do the show instead, and this fool sends me a message, and he's like, yo, you know, never come back again. I can't believe you missed today. You broke my heart. I never had a student that I believed in like you, and you really just, you know, shoved it in my face. You know, I had all these people, this and this, and like,
whoa, this is a child you're speaking to.
yeah,
whoa,
you know. And then
crazy for a teacher to say that to a student.
Yeah, and then I never showed up again. I never went back to school. I basically just dropped out, you know what I mean? And then at the time I was kind of like in a weird relationship situation, and I was just on some like, yo, I'm just gonna get a real job type shit, and just stopped doing music kind of completely, you know, for like 2.5 years, something like that. And was doing like real estate stuff and doing a bunch of random other shit, and just getting by doing shit, you know. And then yeah, around that time, funny enough, in that relationship, right before it kind of ended, there was like a funny situation that kind of happened, and we were just arguing all the time, bro. And I was a fucking piece of shit too. Like, it was both ways, you know what I'm saying? One day we're going to pay a ticket, and the ticket lady, she says, name please. And I'm like, you know, I say it all whitewashed so that she could understand me. I'm like, Christian Eleazar Miraz. And then my girl at the time goes, what? Eleazar? Are you so fucking dumb you can't even say your own fucking name? It's Elyzr. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, are you so fucking dumb you can't even pronounce your own fucking name? And the lady's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, that's fine. She's like, yeah, okay, whatever, Elyzr. You know what I mean? So then I write that, you know, like, you know, and then I just paid the stupid ticket. I'm like, whatever. And then we got kind of break up shortly after that, and I just kind of get into music, and I don't really want to use the Redeem name no more. And, you know, it's my middle name, right? But just like in a stupid way. I feel like it was also kind of a reminder at the time of just some like, man, fuck the bullshit, bro. Just like lock in, you know what I mean? And yeah, so then it just kind of stuck, you know?
You're so good at like bending words. The way you spell your name, Elyzr, you do that with every word, like any word possible, like baloney and stuff. Like, you do weird stuff with words where you spell it all stupid.
Yeah.
Like come through. Like if you said come through, it'd be like CUM. So it's
like how you say it. You like write it how you say it. You know what I mean?
Elyzr, it's been an amazing conversation so far. We're gonna wrap it up with a fan question.
Okay.
Did you ever see yourself switching from drums to another instrument when you were in drumline? And do you see yourself switching to another instrument? That was not me who asked it, I promise you.
I think that when I was in drumline, I just loved music. I was still playing like keyboards all the time. You know, at school, I was just playing drums all the time. So that's what people saw, I guess. But at home, I was always like playing keyboard all the time and trying to make, you know, cool ideas. And I had this little Casio that I would play on. It had like light up lights, and I knew how to play like Moonlight Sonata and Sonata K545 and all these random things that I would play. But you know, but I thought for some reason in school, like drumline was a cool thing to do, even though now in retrospect it's like some nerdy ass shit, you know. But it was cool, it was fun as fuck, and I enjoyed it. I had a good time. But I always knew that I was gonna do something in music, you know. And then when I got to college, and then I tried to do drums in college at Fullerton, I realized that, you know, everybody played drum set. My hands were really proficient, and my sight reading was like really, really advanced and stuff. But I could only really do good with rhythm dictation. I didn't know how to play drum set or play all these cool samba rhythms or jazz that these fools played. You know, when I was in high school jazz band, our jazz band was a pretty humble jazz band at best. So, you know, some of these fools are coming from schools where they were really playing and stuff. I just couldn't keep up. I got humbled, you know, pretty fast, and whatever fools might have even known about me in high school being like a sick musician or whatever, like in college, that shit was out the window. Like I was like back at square one and felt like a lame-o, and I had like a whole existential crisis, and then kind of had to get good at whatever, you know. And then when I was around 20, I got into a car accident while I was studying drums at Mount Sac. I was already getting a lot better at drum set pretty fast, like because the drumline stuff was helping me get good at drum set super fast, you know. And then I got into a car accident, like a really bad one, where I broke my leg and stuff, and was really fucked up for a while. And we crashed while the homie was drunk, you know, but luckily everybody was good. And so around that time, kind of how it ties into that Roses thing, funny enough, I went to the practice room at Mount Sac, and I could only really play piano, so I was just sitting at a piano in a practice room, and I was playing that song Roses by Outkast. And then the professor at the time, Jeff, he was like, "Hey, what are you playing?"
Jet Elwin.
And he never heard that song, I guess, or something. He didn't know that it was Roses by Outkast. He's like, "That sounds really good, man." He's like, "What do you play? What are you doing? Because of your accident, you're not gonna play in the band with us for a while." He's like, "You know what? From now on, you're playing piano, man. I'm gonna teach you how to play piano and this and this." And so he put me in, like in the middle of the semester, which for anyone that goes to school knows that that's like really fucking tough to do, you know. He like just put me in his own jazz improv class that he taught, and then that was like my music theory intro, basically, which I kind of just dove head first. And I remember like learning So What, and yeah, I just kind of went from there, you know what I mean? And I was obviously obsessed with it, and now we're here, you know. So yeah, I learned piano from that, but I never saw myself going from drums to piano the way that I am playing piano now. And if I have to go from this, my next instrument's gonna be a fucking money counting machine, baby. I'm gonna play that shit every day.
Let's go. Elyzr, it's been a great conversation with you. Tell the people how we can support you, man.
You know, stay tuned. I got some music dropping. Just please run that up, and I hope you enjoy it. And we got some shows coming up with Brother Smack and Brown Boys that we're trying to put together. With the Brother Smack Boys, we throw these events called the Smackdown. So be on the lookout for those. And then with the Brown Boys, we're about to throw, you know, some single release parties, you know, some single release shows, album release show. We're working on a project with both groups right now. With Brother Smack, it's called Extra Innings. With the Brown Boys, we just got some fucking dope songs in the works. They're done already, but we just don't have a name for it. But yeah, you know, I'm excited for that. And then I'm working on my project. It Only Hurts a Lot. It's chill. And I'm constantly posting about it, and I'll be posting about it more and being annoying with it. And technically, this is my first interview for that project. It Only Hurts a Lot. It's chill. And yeah, I've been talking about it for like about 6 years or something like that. I feel like, you know,
I've been in the DMs with people like, "Oh, he'll drop it this year." Wrong every time.
Yeah.
Elyzr, that's the interview. Thank you so much for sitting down with us, my dog. That is it. Clap.
We need a better one. Hold on, we need a better one. I want to read a better one. Oh!
Hey, clap it up. Let's go.